Hello and welcome back to Your Turn to Roll presents Tour of Annihilation. This is the VOD for Session 5 Part 2. We thank you for being here and hope that you will like and subscribe and join us on Sunday as we go into Session 6 live. Enjoy! I think we'll start this session before we get to Lorelai running it. I want to know what Parn, Sage, and Fang are doing now that they are out of, or Parn being very nearly out of, the maze here.
So I want to stay inside.
Yeah,
the maze.
so you're at the very edge of it. You can see the scene beyond the maze. You see the stone bleachers. You see the what's going on. But you could stay in the maze if you want to.
Yeah, definitely. I would just be, because I think that the whole entire reason that we're doing all these weird trials is to make friends. So I am just making as many little weird creature friends as I possibly can. Like, I'm like, what's your name? You know. And also, I am kind of aware that Lorelai's coming, I would assume. And also be waiting for her because she's my bestest best friend ever. Besides myself.
We see Sage talking to the vines. We see Sage possibly going so far as to like touch the vine foliage and be like, oh wow, this is such a lovely leaf. It has such a good texture. And wow, look at the veins on the back of this leaf. And you're turning it over and like you compliment the anatomy of the leaf.
I'm telling them my entire life story as well.
Parn, what are you doing? You're almost clear from the maze.
Yeah, I would continue moving forward. Do I need to make another check?
No. As you round that last corner, you find the edge of the maze here. You see Sage, as previously described.
Okay, I lay down another knot rope.
Perfect. Fang, as Parn rounds that last corner, how does he find you?
Fang would have just booked it to... Who's all there? Just the...
So we see the Emerald Claw. That would be Quetley Knox, Imzel, Vedros, Varga, and then Slink of Many Tails. You probably don't see Sirza Nettlecap, Sirza being the gnome, but you see everyone else. You see Akene Afa. Akene Afa is the Merchant Prince of War. Akene Afa is the Merchant Prince of War. The Merchant Princes are the ruling bodies of Port Nyanzaru. You see a number of different, I don't think Guchamag. Yeah, Guchamag would be there. He's toasting to the Emerald Claw. He's a little bit less drunk than he was the last time he saw you all. Not sobered, but a little bit less sloppy.
You know, if I see him, I might accidentally wander out of the maze to say hi.
So yeah, we see you guys are slowly departing. Well, not Fang. Fang's not slow. Fang departs the maze quickly.
No, he's going to just because I don't know if he picks someone in particular, just run up, like body check someone. He's just going that fast.
Yeah, you run out. You run out into the back of, we'll say it's into the back of Varga. Varga, just because it's the character sheet I have open right now, so I can copy, image, and paste. They are the red dragonborn. You run out into the back of them, and they kind of like shuffle at the same amount that someone would shuffle if they got ran into by a squirrel.
I remember them. They're so cool.
Yeah, he's a friendly-ish person. He's not standoffish. He's not quite as talkative as Slink of Many Tails, but he is very like amicable. Imzel is not talkative at all. You don't see Quetley Knox, the captain. She is still running the maze, which brings the camera's attention back to Lorelai, who is still running the race, running the maze. Lorelai, as you run into the maze, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, so her flowers have turned all yellow because she's alone, and so she's kind of terrified. But she's like, okay, so at first I have to go this way, and then I gotta go this way, and she's like trying to like remind herself what she saw, and she's just gonna start walking and hoping for the best.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. With no guidance, you may move. You should be able to move your token.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be the first dash. Okay.
drag the map along. Oh, I did not give myself vision on your token, so it's completely black. 1 second.
Oops.
Cool. There we go. Now we see you on the stream. Go ahead. So yeah, you run through. That's your first round. Your first round, you get to make a dexterity saving check. DC is 18. It's gonna be a challenge.
Is it really?
It is. It is really 18. Lorelai would not know that, but you see, she walks into a very different maze than the rest of everybody else. She walks into a maze that, like, you have to, like, push your way through a lot of this foliage, and you just can't. You're pushing against it, and it's like it's not letting you through. Now, because it's the first fail, you're not restrained by it. You just experience a, like, what is this? Like, am I trying to walk through walls? What is going on? Yeah, it's very difficult going for you.
All right, well, with that in mind, then she's not gonna dash. She's just gonna walk, because she wants to take her time a little bit more. Ooh, hey, look, arrow.
So, because you have such an insanely high passive perception, you see the vines have grown up, and as you look down, there's a rope that the vines have grown over and occluded. Parn's rope has been completely swallowed by the foliage, but your passive perception is bonkers high, so you see the rope, and it tells you to go that direction.
Okay.
We're gonna do one more dexterity save as we're rolling through here. 15 is higher than the DC because Sage has made friends with the spirit of the maze, and what you notice is the vine, as you're looking down at the rope, like, oh look, there's a vine there, and you turn around and it's like in your face, and then it just does this thing of, like, slowly peels back, and it's like, oh, I could have been grabbed by it. Doesn't look like the same vine that you saw outside, because I think we haven't covered it yet on publicly, but Lorelai did identify the vine that was in the first part of the trial. She found it in the primer, the druidic primer of exotic and megaflora of the exotic subtropics or something like that.
That is cool.
So you may move freely about this turn, as you are not restrained by the vines. Those of you who have made it through, Parn, now that you're out, what are you doing? We're gonna flip back away from. We did a couple sections of Lorelai trying to run through.
He would probably be standing there as close as he can, if not maybe going back to that last knot, waiting.
Okay, yeah, you can, by all means. We see Parn, like, walk back into the maze a little bit, as they are preparing to, go back and either help or wait for Lorelai. Yeah, that's a great idea. Lorelai, speaking of Lorelai, why don't you hit us with another dex saving throw here?
Hey, they're getting better.
You're confident.
Dang,
Like,
girl.
I know my way through this. Now the vines, at first they were scary, but now they seem to almost want me to go through. And you notice, as you have an insane passive perception, there's a sort of, like, tugging on one of the vines. It lashes out at you, and as it gets closer, like, you see it coming straight at you, and it goes like this. It goes around you, and, like, latches onto the other wall. Like, so it's coming from this way, and it latches onto this wall over here, and it makes like a full beam across the middle of the hallway. And you're like, well, that was gonna hit me, but it didn't. It goes right around you, seemingly.
I'm definitely gonna dash on this one.
You may move about freely. At this point, those of you who are out of the maze, which would be Fang, who ran to the back of Varga, and Sage, who has accidentally wandered out and is talking to the rest of her group, you see Quetley, Captain Quetley Knox, come out of their end of the maze, and her party, the Emerald Claw, stand up at attention. Not like stand at attention. They stand kind of I don't know what the other term is. They stand more alert than they were. What is it?
Like a salute or guard.
Yeah, they're not saluting, but, like, they look like, oh, captain on deck, type of thing. And they stand there, and they're and Quetley, like, waves them off, like, no, we earned this. Feast now. We need our rest. And they will begin, like, picking out they do a mix of like plucking at their feathers and also like using their fingers to pull feathers and plumage out of their wings, sort of like pruning themselves. And somebody comes over and they're like, "Oh, Captain, yeah, we they've got berries here," and like they hand Quetley a full bowl, I mean like a popcorn bowl of fresh berries, and Quetley sits down and is like picking one, like slowly savoring berry by berry. Lorelai, let's see it. There's going to reach a point, 12, as you find yourself this time not as fortunate as you are restrained by the maze.
That's Rex, yeah.
All right. However, those of you outside the maze.
Do you think that I have to go get her? Do you think she's fine? Parn's still there too, right? Like waiting, like I just maybe start talking to Parn too, like assuming that he could hear me the entire time, even though you might not. Who would listen to my incessant babbling? But I'm like, do we have to go get her? Or like, I know she's like the smartest, so like also, maybe she didn't know to tell them not to do that, or do we,
Parn is semi-listening, aware that she's talking, but more focused on trying to actually see. Like, I would imagine I would be right here at this point, like right at the last turn, looking and trying to see if I can see any sign. And as time goes on, probably become more and more worried.
I would try to like send her a message, but I have no idea how far she is. Be like, oh, I sent some new friends for us. They're super amazing. They're like super small too, and they're kind of hard to look at because they look like staring into the abyss, but like in a good way, not like in the way when you're sad staring into the water and you maybe want to like jump in for a really long time, like maybe more than you're supposed to, but that only happens sometimes. But they are really cool, so you'll probably like them as long as you tell them not to be rude. But I think that's like how most people are, right? Anyway, are you coming?
Am I close enough to hear that?
No. Are you sending us your message spell?
Yeah, of
I
course.
thought that was all to Parn. Gosh, you're so close. You're about 130 feet away. I'm just gonna say that you're close enough to send out your message spell, because the map is a concrete representation of an abstract thought. You don't have to necessarily be standing at this exact moment. You could be here. You could be here. Like it's just it's a concrete representation for an abstract thought. I'm okay with. Oops, pressed one too many buttons. I'm okay with you sending that message spell.
So yeah, as Lorelai hears that, she'll be like, all right, I might need the help now.
Oh, okay. I would say that out loud, like not to you. Okay. So Parn, Lorelai needs help.
He just starts running.
Actually,
Well,
I would just be like,
walking. He knows that running is not the way to do this.
Yeah.
You just start running.
Perfect. You don't need to make a check on your first round in the maze.
Send a message back to Lorelai and I'd be like, help with what?
Excellent. I'm so glad that we have our one psychic communicator who's incapable of communicating. Perfect. Lorelai, on your turn, you can either make a strength check to get out of your binds, your restraint, or if you have anything else that you want to use, it is D&D. So I describe the scene. This is kind of like D&D at its purest form. I describe the scene, you describe what you want to do, and then we collectively decide if there's a good roll for that, and then we let the dice decide fate. So what would you like to do, Lorelai?
I mean, despite her babbling, I don't really know what she means by friends. So I'm gonna produce some flame.
Ooh, okay, yeah. There's like you sense a sort of like shuddering of the because these are obviously somewhat sentient vines. Like they're moving towards you. Vines don't do that. You notice a sort of shuddering of the vines, and yeah, you produce this flame. Are you holding it? Are you throwing it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna hold it to see what happens, but it's like right here where the vines are like kind of collapsing on me. So like I'm like holding it like I will hurt you.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I would say it's kind of like an intimidation. 15 is a high enough roll that you seem to have like the vines lighten up on you momentarily, and you are no longer restrained this round as you hold that produce flame like next to yourself. It's kind of like the keep your hand at the level of your eye.
We've got a description. I want to read it.
Oh,
Not much. Thank you.
Boom.
It doesn't hurt anything.
Not unless
you want
purposefully
to
throw it. Yeah.
But can we see the flame?
No, she's very far away currently,
Okay,
and it's not like a large like create bonfire. Anyway, this spell does not create any like significant ability to see her, because again you'd have to look up over the hedge, across, and then down into the hedge. So no.
So I just would like send another message like, Parn started running, so I think he's like super excited to see you. And also like I'm not sure what you need help with, but I think that what you're supposed to do is get through the maze to us. And we are like, I don't know, he there was some rope somewhere that he tied off to like show you the way of the world, but also don't forget to ask my friends. They're in the maze, which is like so super cool. Thank you for taking me here.
You're welcome, but please make Parn come back.
Yeah, he's going. He's running as fast as he can, but it's kind of funny because like he can't really run that fast. But don't tell him that. Tell him he's doing a super good job.
I'm gonna do the DM like you can only communicate one action per round, right. So it's a good conversation. Hold that thought, because in the next round I'll let you continue your message with a new message cantrip.
He has no idea either. I imagine the phone hung up and she's still talking, but this time she just started talking out loud.
It's not open switchboard. It's not the spell open switchboard, which would be an awesome spell.
It probably is though in Sage's brain, because her brain's it's a little.
Yeah, so I mean, like, as soon as it cuts off, Lorelai is just like, no, go back! Oh my god, no!
Nice. All right, Lorelai, hit us with your dex save for round 17 of getting through this maze.
Beep.
7. As you have your produce, as you feel these vines wrap up around your legs, what are you doing with your produce flame?
I'm gonna attack.
Roll your produce flame attack. We'll sub that. We'll add that to your dex save here. We're hand waiting some of the mechanics here, but 13. Yeah, you go to like burn away a piece of this, and as you do, like you throw your produce flame down to the vines around your leg, and as you do, you know, as part of your casting, you're like ha, and like now your hand is wrapped up to the top of the oh crap. This is not the most opportune casting position, as you're like hit. It's awkward, like hand above your head type of thing. Yeah, it's not the best, and you are yet again restrained. This time, you do see a very faint, tiny little black-bodied, white masked thing standing down, looking up at you. It doesn't have a face, so the only thing you can read is that its body is in abject horror that you threw fire at it, and it's like, again, no face. So it's like playing charades with no words, or no pantomiming the words. But
would they tell me, like, can they communicate us? Would they tell me if she attacked them?
They'd come back the next round. So they were spying on her that round for you, and then they're going to come back and share the next round. Parn, as you are now back in the maze, roll your dexterity check. Or saving throw. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're hand waving it. We're just looking for a random. Yeah, you get that far in the maze and just like wrapped up.
Going to try and rip my way free and continue to look for Lorelai.
Or strength 14. Yeah, the DC is currently the strength save is enough. You can rip through the vines with a 14. Yes. They may be more aggressive in grasping, but they're not any stronger than they used to be. So you are able to rip your way out of that and proceed as intended. Fang, as this is getting worse, what are you doing? Like, how far do you go out of the maze? How long do you hang out with Varga and crew?
I mean, I imagine he's just running in circles now that he's out of the maze. Probably around the group.
Slink
group
would
of
see you
people, like-
running in circles and would be like thinking it's celebratory. Slink of many tails would run in circles with you, or do the Tom and Jerry thing with the dog, where like he spurs you on in a circle and then watches you run a circle, type of thing. So you are out there enjoying your freedom, Lorelai, as we hit round 18. It's getting gnarly. There's less and less of a path forward as you're looking at it.
Well, as the little thing stands in front of me, horrified, and I'm like hanging up like this, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, are you Sage's friend?"
It's that Willem Dafoe in whatever movie he's like looking up an abject horror.
The lighthouse.
Sure, it's that one. He's like,
I'm so sorry. I got scared. I don't think you can understand me, can you? Oh no. Help!
and it very carefully like looks at you, and it looks at the vine and looks at the it doesn't see any open flames on you. It very cautiously walks towards you, and then like you see it clamber under some of the undergrowth, because again I would describe like the vines have now completely occluded that sandstone floor tile. You see it duck down underneath that, and then you feel something like walking on your hand up above, and it goes and like tickle, 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 tickles the vine. Make a strength check for me to get out of this vine. Strength or acrobatics, because at this point you're no longer fighting it, you're just trying to like writhe your way out. Your choice. It was strength for the others, but yeah, plus the bonus, it's still not the 12 you need. So like this thing is up there like massaging the vine, and it's trying to like push your hand. It's doing the thing where it's trying to push the knot undone. It's trying to like pluck at the knot and push your hand through, and it's working to try to help you. And then Sage, at this point you would see one of these little things pop up next to you, and it's like,
are you okay? Is Lorelai okay? Is the maze okay? Did Parn fall? He was kind of mad about it.
and then you see two of these things. They're holding hands, like the like quintessential school child, like two little buddies holding hands innocently. They're having a conversation with you while swinging their hands together. Like, can't see my hands because they're off screen, but they're swinging their hands together.
Should we go get her? Is she scared? Okay, she's not scared. Are you scared? Do you want to stay here? Okay. That's a lot of head shaking. I'm not. That's smart. Grandmother said so. Yeah. I'm gonna go get her, okay? Will you tell the maze to be nice to me? Okay, I'll tell it to be nice to me. I'm coming and you have to be nice to me, and I won't even tell Lorelai. I'll try to move back.
Yeah, so you move in. Parn, you can move freely, as you can make your dex save as well, Parn, to try to get through this. As we roll into round 18. 15, you're not dashing, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry.
I am
Sorry.
not.
I love this. This is perfect. This is brilliant. Okay, I'm not gonna say why it's brilliant, but it is brilliant. Parn,
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Could I also be like Wolfie, like in my brain, like a bit Wolfie? I'm so sorry. Also, she just thinks that's your name. She's not very smart. Wolfie.
I don't think he's
we're
smart enough to
gonna
know
go-
it's your voice. I think he just like look up at the sky like, oh, where's it coming from? Where's it coming from?
God?
Would you actually know my voice at this point? Like,
I
probably.
feel like you
'cause I'm
know the
always
voice, but it's
here.
coming from nowhere, so he's just
Yeah.
like, what's he doing in the sky?
Wolfie, I'm going to get Lorelai because she's lost and scared in the maze thing, which I don't even know why because it's so fun. But and also Parn went for a really brisk walk after her, and my friends told us that we should probably go get them. So you keep our new friends happy, and we'll be back, or you can come with us, but I have no idea where I'm going. Thanks, bye.
Excellent. Parn, you are not restrained by this maze. The max DC is set to 15. Even with all the extra bonuses, it's gonna become for level 1 characters, it's gonna become ridiculous. After you've been in there for 18 rounds, it's gonna be a little bit too challenging. Okay, Lorelai, round 18. What would you like to do?
I would like to remember that I am a GD Flora Genasi. And use my frickin' pedal step.
All right, good. You have. Let's just read this for impact, okay? Your connection to blooming life grants you grace. You have advantage on ability checks made to avoid or escape being grappled or restrained, and difficult terrain composed of plants or natural growth costs you no extra movement. If
I love you so
only.
much. You're hanging out with Sage. You poor thing.
It's almost as if.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. Good job, everyone. D&D. Where's
Yeah.
We got this.
like, you're literally a plant. You're a plant person. Oh, man. Cheers, friends.
Yep.
Well, it's exceptionally fitting. Let me regain my composure. Exceptionally fitting that Lorelai, who she is, how she was raised, where she was raised, what she has experienced to this point, that she just forgets. She's like, oh, a new challenge. Oh, hum. Boop, boop. Yeah, you kind of like, at this point, it looks less of a struggling against the vine and more like, oh, you want to squeeze that part of me. Sure, you allow it to squeeze a certain part of you, and you allow it to you take a step through whatever confines it was restricting. At this point, the little thing looks exceptionally glad, whereas before it was terrified to be around you. It now looks at you like, and like you know, as you're stepping away, one of them is up in your flowers, and it's like smelling the pistules of your flowers, or like it's stroking in the same way that, like, you know, you would comb someone's hair or temples. It's stroking the flowers on your head, like the leaves of your flowers, and it's just doing its best to make sure that you're relaxed. And yeah, you're no longer restrained. You may move about freely. In fact, as the vines go to grab you, you actually find that there's no need to continue to mechanically make dexterity checks, as you are free to move about the maze unhindered by the plants.
Okay. All right. All right, that's 40. She's not gonna dash.
Okay. Parn.
Do I need to make the check?
You do. You are not made of plants. 3. Parn, you may now make your athletics or your strength check to get out of it. Yeah. Parn is just going through this constant, like, grappled, rip. You are the quintessential, like, angry gardener. Your groundskeeper, Willie. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, Parn is now Scottish for the rest of the campaign. Perfect. Yeah. Fang, Sage, why don't you don't need to make your save, as you are free to move about, because you are friends with the spirits of the jungle. Different from Lorelai, but you may move freely into the maze as you choose.
I'm just like making my way downtown.
Take him away.
No, you can. I don't think I will gonna go any further than that because I don't know where to go. I'm
Yes,
just gonna stay there.
it's very apparent as we're watching on the stream. You went a different path, Sage. You did not go the same direction as Parn, which is awesome. There may be a go rescue Sage.
I actually will turn around and go back, and I will forget what I was doing.
Perfect.
Go a little bit back to that first row. Well, that's probably more than my movement, but I'll just stay there.
Okay.
I'll just kind of wander around this first row, and I'll be like, Lorelai, you making friends without me? That's cool. I'm not like upset at all. Like, fine. I'm glad for you. Are you okay? Is Parn there? Wolfie's not here either, and you guys like all left, and she
I like how insecure she is. She's immediately vulnerable. I was making friends, and now I'm alone.
yeah.
Same thing. As soon as it cuts off, Lorelai just stay where you are, Sage. I'm fine. I'm bringing your friends back to you. And then yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Round 20. You may move your full speed here without needing to make a save. Parn, you can make your save. As you are yet again wrapped up by the wrapped up and tearing your way through. Strong, if nothing else.
Just
Exactly. It's just constant. Like, there's never a moment that you don't have vines wrapped on you. There's also never a moment that you're not moving forward. Like, brilliant. As the two of you, Lorelai, you like coming around here and you see a rope again. Parn, you remember laying a rope here, and you don't see it. As like the vines have completely occluded it, and as you're looking for it, we see that conic like Lorelai and Parn. You run into each other coming around the corners. Yeah, collision. Parn looks torn and stabbed, and he just looks like he has more plants in his hair than you do. He has more plants in his hair than Sage does. He has plants like in his tunic. He has plants in his beard. He looks like Plant Man. You probably almost mistake him for like a.
there you are. We need to go.
I don't know who came back. I didn't ask. It's fine. Let's go.
She told me to come back,
I told her to tell you to stay.
and I'll just sigh and turn around.
With the two of you together, you get out not like hindered by the maze, but you get out together by means of like Lorelai and Lorelai doing her best to just walk around the plants, and with Parn pushing his way through them, you are able to navigate your way to the end of the maze. Where you meet up with Sage, who's coming from yet a different direction, like coming from the other part of the maze.
I just wanted to know I didn't do that on purpose.
Oh, I know.
That,
I know. It worked really well. They're like, I should go find them. But what if they took a different path? I'll go check this path over here that we didn't go down and see if I find him over there. Nice. You all meet up, and you come around the final corner, and you see Fang out in the courtyard, kind of not sitting or playing with, but just, being around the Emerald Claw, who are very happy to see you. So the air is brighter, it's clearer, the claustrophobic canopy breaks these hedges. You see this like high sunlight. The crowd above is roaring like they've been holding their breath to see you guys escape it. The stone bleachers, they overlook this coliseum of crushed gravel and soft earth, and it's all still part like of where you're at, but it sort of it feels cleaner than the courtyard behind you. It feels like you're still well within the coliseum, but it just feels like they've made this into sort of a presentation stage as opposed to a battling coliseum. This part here appears to be like an awards banquet, awards, like, you know, I don't want to call it a banquet. It's not. It's just like a ceremonial part of it. But altogether, it just feels like you're passing out of a fever dream. Like, I did it. I'm not dead. I passed the thing. To your left, you do see the Emerald Claw. They're seated. They're calmed, except for Slink, who is watching and encouraging Fang to run circles. They're having an absolute ball of it. Like, it's really funny to them to watch Fang go, you know, kind of crazy. But they're not, like, you look across and even without an insight, like, they're not gloating. They've just recovered, right? Like, you know, Varga is drinking from a canteen. Vedros is sort of stretching, not in a way of like prepping for the next thing. Like, okay, I did that. Maybe I pulled my, you know, latissimus, and they're stretching out. You know, two of them are helping each other stretch out their hamstrings. And then you do hear like a quiet clap of claws against a scaled palm as Slink is like, well done, as their tails like flicking as they're, you know, they're leaning lazily on one arm. And we were starting to wonder if the maze got hungry and wanted a taste of, well, and he looks at Lorelai and he's like, plant. Maybe I'm, you know, I'm not, is that offensive?
No, it's not offensive at all. And I want to play this as one of the plants like kind of grappled at me. I want the necklace to have fallen out.
Nice.
So if Slink's paying attention,
yeah, he has like the cartoon eyes. Like he's like taking mental note of the necklace. What is it? What does your necklace look like? Because your party hasn't seen your necklace.
Mm-mm. So it's like an oval locket that's engraved with an M and some flowers, and next to the locket is a silver signet ring with an M on it as well with the same flowers.
Nice. And he is that offensive? Is how he finishes asking the question that, like, you know, he stumbles over his words as he's no longer paying attention to you. It's one of those like, hey, my eyes are up here, but he's not staring at your anatomy. He's staring at the very interesting trinkets around your neck. And Varga thinks that he's staring at, like, checking you out. So Varga's like, hey, give the lady some rest. Maybe buy her a drink first. And Guchamag, at the idea of buying you a drink, is like, I've got first drink. I still owe you a drink. Good job, Flowers. And you. And he looks at Parn and he's like, you're pretty strong back there. They were dragging you down. You just kept pushing right through. And he's looking at you. He's like, Guchamag comes over and is like offering to pull branches off of you. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna want to get some of that sap off you. It turns real sticky real soon.
He just slumps down against something.
Catch your breath, you're not done today, little one. As Slink then comes back to Lorelai, and he's like, I meant no offense by it. I just, good job. I'm glad that you weren't swallowed by the maze. And like, we have the difference between Varga and Slink, who are clearly the talkers of the group. And we look over and we see Quetley, who has this bowl of berries. Just by sheer contrast, the camera pans across and we see Quetley standing quietly next to Sage, unannounced, just standing next to Sage. And then they're like, they hold out their, it'd be one of these things like offering you a snack of berries. And they're like, you are going to want to regain your strength. Small bites. Small bites. And they offer you, again, like a bowl of berries. And like I described it before, it's a popcorn bowl of blueberries, raspberries. You know, like they have like there's probably rambutan and lychee, just exotic fruits in this bowl of, you know, berries.
I would offer them some of my really super popular lizard jerky and also some of the juniper berries that I found inside of the maze. And then I would turn to the guy who said, no offense to my friend Lorelai. And I'd be like, no, that's actually kind of offensive.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Marrow. I didn't mean to offend you. Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't catch your name, Jungle Woman. Is that offensive? He looks at Lorelai like, is that offensive?
No,
No, okay.
not at all.
Dunk, I didn't catch your name. They announced you all as the best of friends, led by Lorelai. Are you Lorelai?
Oh no, I'm not allowed to be in charge, grandmother said, because I'm not actually the smartest person to make decisions or to talk to, but I'm an excellent friend. Or I'm inspiring to be, and I'm Sage. Hi.
Well,
And then I would get distracted and turn to Parn and be like, "Oh, you do want to get those plants off, even though you look so handsome like that. Like, wow, you really can get dirtied up. Like, I'm really proud of you. Except maybe you shouldn't be so angry to them and they wouldn't hurt you so much." And then I would just like lightly scold him while I go over there and start plucking the plants off.
Yeah, any of the sap that I can get myself, I'll take one of my hand axes and start scraping it off.
yeah, and you notice it's like, it's in the hairs. So we have like, Parn with his very like hairy dwarven body with like a patch of, of like hair missing on his forearm and another patch missing like on his clavicle. Like he's gone through and shaved off bits and pieces of the sap, but it has taken pieces of your hair with it.
I would do like lay on hands, and then I imagine like Barn would like come out of my hair and also start like he'd like look at you with like grabby hands and be like, and then he would like try to grabby hands, like kind of contemplate, like trying to like for permission to like uppies, but also can I help? Like,
I'm looking at your. I was wondering if you just accidentally like revealed a character sheet, because so far we only know two characters. We're 5 episodes in. We don't know 2 classes, or we only know 2 classes. And I'm like, you don't have lay on hands, so. Whew,
Yeah, I heard that too, and I was like, did I think I just hear what I thought I just heard?
what is it?
That was a false
That would be
reveal.
so cool if I did. She doesn't know the
'Cause lay
name.
on
She
hands
just
is
thinks that
paladin.
it's a touch spell that makes you feel better. Like I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What is it called? Hand of Friendship, and I think that's the official title.
I'm assuming you're talking about cure wounds.
Healing something. I don't know.
There's cure wounds. There is. I'm looking at
Yeah,
your sheet now.
that one.
Cure
Isn't
wounds.
it a touch spell?
It is. It is a
It
touch
is.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. So, you will feel the healing rush through you, and for this purpose, we'll flavor it that it, gives you.
It gives me everything.
I think we see like all of this going on. It's like the Emerald Claw. They're. I don't want to like use such overarching terms. They're not better than you. They were more prepared for this challenge. They completed the challenge faster. They got through it more organized, but they had longer to prepare for it, and they've been working together as a team longer. But they don't like, just right off the bat, they don't look down on you. They don't think or act like they're better than you. They're genuinely happy that you completed the trial. And then we cut to Surza, who is that sort of grimy mushroom covered gnome. And they look up at Zenthar, who's not here. But they look up at Zenthar and they're like, I don't want to trust you, Drow. My family was killed by your kind. But you are fortunate enough to have earned the trust of a successful group. And he'll just kind of slink off. He may be rude, but he's not untrue in what he said. All of that being said, your team, you are not composed. You're sweaty, you're afraid. Multiple of you still have vine threads trailing from your shoulders, though you are working on getting rid of those. And somewhere from behind you, you hear this faint breeze carrying the sounds of wooden wind chimes, soft, like bamboo kissed by the air. Maybe it's nothing. Some of you have not seen what Sage saw, but you hear it nonetheless. This yeah, it's just like it's arrhythmic, it's atonal. It sounds like somebody having multiple bamboo rods, putting them together, but it is there. What are you all? I haven't heard from Fang. Fang, what are you doing in this post-challenge? The judges are still coming over. I said that Akene Alpha is here. Akene Alpha is the one who introduced you all to the challenge, but it was like turning the narrative over to you folks so that you have a chance here.
I just didn't want to interrupt earlier, but when he notices Lorelai, he's just gonna book it full speed towards her. Just pretty much body tackle her.
Oh no.
She
I
ain't
have no
survived.
strength, so yeah.
So I have a notorious problem as being a continual and fast talker. Never apologize for interrupting me, especially if it's for roleplay. If it's for a rule questioning, if it's for a combat action, I'll continue to tell the story because that's how my mind works. Is like it's a constantly moving story. But if you have something that you want to talk, please don't ever apologize. Interrupt me every time. I am not someone who complains if my players interrupt me. Now, if you're going to interrupt me to question a ruling, that's like another thing. And if it happens all the time, we'll have words outside of the session. Not bad words, just like, hey, in the interest of expediency, interrupt me after the session so we can finish these rulings. I don't want to derail our campaign for a D12 versus D10 ruling, but for story, absolutely, Sparrow. Interrupt me anytime you want. I think it's important that it's not my story, it's our story. And if you want to interrupt me, please, you have an open invitation to do so. That goes for everybody. Seriously, it's our story. So if there's something you want to say for story-wise, cut me off. Otherwise, I'll assume you don't want to, and I'll just keep going like I just did for the past 80 seconds. Cool. So yeah, you run up, you tackle Lorelai as like a...
Pretty much like an excited dog, except he's bigger.
A whole person, but you know. I mean, Lorelai will just be like, oh, it's good to see you too, buddy.
You say anything? Yeah. Does Fang speak? Have you spoken? Like,
I'll spin in a circle.
So no speaking.
Yeah, I don't remember Fang speaking.
He hasn't yet.
That's a thing. I am ashamed to realize that I didn't realize that yet. Interesting. Dang, it's 10:50. It's not close enough to call it, but I think that is for impact. We're gonna call it on the Go ahead.
So, as Parn is sitting there, he's not really paying attention to what the rest of the group is doing. He's thinking back about how terribly he missed that attack to try and free Sage. And he's wondering, thinking about any way that he could potentially, push himself to a way of attacking that would make him more confident that it's going to hit. But he doesn't see a way of doing it without leaving himself open. So he's starting to weigh that decision. And trying to figure out if it's more important to hit or to make sure that, you don't leave your back open for somebody to hit you.
Yeah, that's a good tie-in. I like where that's the foreshadowing of that is going. And we would see this in in body expression, and maybe we would catch like an internal monologue, a very shortened internal monologue, as the episode closes out. It would have Parn's narration of what he's thinking. Yeah, I like that. Anything else? Again, we're so close to 11, so I want to make sure that I'm cutting off on it. This is a really good place to hand off, so it's not like we're stretching the imagination. Well, I have two things I want to do before the end of the session. I want to end the session on us realizing Fang has never spoken, and so I want to end the episode on the question of like, do you speak? And then like the camera zooms in on Fang's face, and like the audience would be like, oh yeah, that's weird. You know, and that'd be like the end of the episode would be Fang not speaking or speaking. Like Fang would go to open their mouth, and then the next episode would show whether Fang is burping or speaking, or like is yawning or speaking. However, before we do that, I'm going to. That's the mental image of what we end on. But before we do that, Akane Afa is going to walk up with another one of the merchant princes, whom you have not met before, and they're going to say, good job. As far as I'm concerned, you've all passed the test of unity, which means you are allowed to advance to the trial of initiative. It will be your final trial for the Call of Aspirants. It is not the jungle, but it is what the jungle demands. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us during this VOD part 2 of session 5. If you like how the adventure is going so far, remember to like and hit that subscribe bell so you can get a notification when we go live or post things like our behind the screen or our VOD. If you want more, jump over to the Discord channel. The link should be posted below, or you might have to get it in chat when we're live on Sunday. Either way, if you're itching for more engagement, so are we. Jump into the chat, let us know your favorite part of the episode, and we look forward to seeing you next time when it's your turn to roll.